Monday, and the Hawks might have got until Tuesday to play. So when I realized when they showed the schedule, I was like, oh, the Hawks play Sunday. I was like, oh, it's a wrap.
There's going to be no matter what, too. It was either going to be Game 7 or Game 1, no matter what.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, they're not going to. I was like, yeah, it's a great chance they could not have a good showing, even though, the game wasn't out of control. But, yeah, they in trouble. Jeff Teague is going to have to find his A game. Somebody go at the Paul Millsap. Somebody go have to step up for the Hawks, man.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. They get out of what they do too quickly. And I don't even feel like they get taken out of it. It's just they choose to get out of it. And, like, all you people who want to, like, tweet about, it's all right, we just missed shots. Stop.
Right, missed shots cause lost games.
Because before the series started, before the playoffs started, I gave you guys a beautiful, and I'm calling it beautiful, stat that 80% of the Hawks' jump shots during the regular season were wide open. Wide open. Look at the shots now. Contested. You want to know why? Because cats ain't moving no more. In the first half, he shot 64%. Dudes was moving. Heard my man. The best part of yesterday's game, by the way, my man Hubie did the game. So, I was like on hog heaven, dude. It wasn't our guy, the late great, not late great. I just killed Dominique, dude. I just murdered Dominique. I'm sorry. The great human highlight film himself, Dominique Wilkins, was not doing the game yesterday. The great Hubie Brown was doing the game, and I was all about that life because Hubie was telling us everything that was happening. And in the first half, we had movement, we have cutting going on. Second half, stagnant, standing around, waiting for somebody else to hit the shot. Yeah, because that's what got you here. You know what I mean? That's the kind of ball that got you 60 wins. No. So then all your dumbass fans walk out the arena saying, it's all right. We just missed shots. We ain't going to miss those same shots. Next game, yeah, you will. If you play the same way, you will. If you're used to getting uncontested shots and not every shot is contested, yeah, that's the recipe. Like,
yeah.
Now you got all these idiots and all these pundits saying, see, we told you the Hawks don't have that guy. Yeah, they don't. And sometimes, you know what I think too? It's just watching the games more and more now. Sometimes I think Bud, he reverts back to his San Antonio days, and he chooses to let the Hawks play through situations sometimes instead of calling a timeout. I think sometimes the timeouts come like 2 or 3 possessions after when they should have come. You know what I mean? Like when you first see the sign of things going downhill, call it now. Like Tony.
Well, the difference between San Antonio and this Hawks team is that San Antonio have a couple of those guys.
Yeah, Hall of Famers.
They can't play through.
Right.
They can't play through.
Right. Tony Parker's on the floor, dude. Tim Duncan's on the floor. Yeah. And as cool as Al is, yeah, stop letting Al run the break. Like, that's Jeff all the way. Stop letting your bigs run the break, man. Go get the basketball. Like, I love when I see dudes like Derrick Rose go get the damn basketball. You know what I mean? This ain't you, because Joe Kim will get that in him sometimes too. Like, he'll start trying to be Mr. Point Center or whatever the hell you want to call that thing. No, you got ball handlers on you. Just do what you do, because then what happens is bad decisions get made. For the one good pass he makes on the fast break, then you have the other bad decision that doesn't look like it from the outset because you got an open shot. But here's the thing: if Al's driving to the lane, if he's penetrating and he kicks out to Ken Bazemore, guess what? Same thing. Bad decision. I don't want Ken Bazemore shooting threes. I don't want that happening, dude. That ain't his game. And so when it happens and it's clang, you end up shooting 25% for a half, yeah, it's because of decisions like that. Yeah, he may have been open. And that leads me to another.
I think the Hawks shot 18% one corner yesterday, didn't they? Is that I saw yesterday?
I know. The whole second half of 25%, dude. They scored more points in the first quarter than they scored in the whole second half. Yeah, that happened in a real life NBA basketball game. Wow. A team outscored themselves in the first quarter, more points than they scored in the whole second half. It happened to be the hometown Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, they got to get together, man. Because what we're dealing with now, too, is people not understanding what they're seeing, man. Like everybody wants to talk about the missed shots. What about defensively? Like how many mid-range jump shots did John Wall get? That he just happened to miss some of, but then when he started hitting them, when he starts hitting 17-foot jump shots, your life's over. You can't defend him anymore because he's too quick. He's too quick with the dribble. If you try to crowd him, he's getting past you. Meanwhile, the one guy who didn't show up, Nene didn't even show up. Not for real. Gortat got a couple baskets late. So then now you got to deal with that if they get going. So, like, for everyone who wants to be a Hawks fan and my kid ain't dumb type dude and say, well, we just missed shots. There are a lot of things that happen bad for the Wizards too. But guess what? They wasn't at home. You won 60 games to get home court advantage, only to lose it immediately. Immediately. It's over.
Yeah. I keep saying the real number one seed in the league, they ain't having no problem. But that's another story.
Yeah. The thing is this. You can't even get home court back until Saturday. You know what I mean? The best you can hope to do is split tomorrow. And I don't know what the hell's going on in the NBA. Why we're talking about a team's going to play on Tuesday and not again until Saturday. That's wild. But
that's why I told you that once I was talking about that a couple of weeks ago, how one of the rounds they kind of expanded by almost a week.
Yeah, this is crazy. But to my point, you can't even get your home court back for a week and I believe I've got to believe that plays on you mentally some kind of way, especially when you're playing a team that hasn't lost yet in the playoffs, hasn't lost a damn game. Yeah, they're gonna have to pick it up, man. They just really, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this, it's not about just the missed shots. You know what I mean? I heard Al talk. I read his comments about trying to get more out into transition and speed the game up a little bit. Maybe so, but part of that starts off with you playing defense. Like first half, the quarter of the season, the Hawks were scrambling, getting their active hands on balls. You know, I was the one who came out and said, "Damn a rim protector. It doesn't matter because you can't get to the rim against them. They play great position defense. They get in the passing lanes. They get their hands on balls all the time. Now it's just like, all right, whatever." You know, I can't wait to get down here and shoot a three. Yeah, you be the team to rely on DeMar Carroll to carry you through a playoff run.
Yeah, because that's who won game. That's who won Game 6. Yeah. Was DeMar. Yeah. If it hadn't been for DeMar, they wouldn't have won that game.
Dude, he's the best player on the court for the entire playoffs for the Hawks. And yesterday, where do I have that somewhere? I have it somewhere that he ended up with like 24 points, but something like only 6 in the second half. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not the way the Hawks have shown us that they're going to play basketball in 2015. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this, like having Paul Millsap isolating, like dribble penetration for your power forward. Yeah, unless his last name is James, I'm good. You understand? Yeah, I don't need all that. Give me the good movement. Give me some good high screen and roll. Or like Dominique. Dominique calls everything the 1-5 pick and roll, even if it ain't the 1-5. Like, even if it's like the small forward in the center, like, yeah, you're doing good in that 1-5 pick and roll, Bob. Well, Dominique, you do understand that the 1 is the point guard, don't you? And the 5 is the center, right? So still 1-5, right? No, sure, Dominique, go ahead. Back to you. Anyway, I'm gonna quit picking on Dominique, man. That's our guy, man. I'm messing with him. I'm supposed to be looking for the for the stat I was looking at, the Bazemore, not the Bazemore stat. I'm sorry, the DeMar Carroll stat. But screw it, whatever. I can't find it. But I think he had like 24 total, but only 6 in the second half. Like, that's not the move, man. And then Kyle Korver, like looking for the big shot from Kyle Korver to bail you out every time. Here's the news. News flash, everybody. Breaking news. You really don't have that guy. You don't have what I call the blood clot guy. The guy that once the bleeding stops, he'll stop it for you.
Yeah.
You got to do it collectively. You know, you might not know who it is, but you got to do it the same way. You know, you don't have the big shot guy. You know, like Kyle may hit a big shot, but so may DeMar Carroll. So may Jeff Teague. You know, so may Al. Like, yeah, and then too, Al started falling.
They play in the NBA. They all got a big shot in them,
right.
But they ain't the big shot. They ain't what you want to go to every time.
Right. And every time I see Paul Millsap out there dribbling through his legs, trying to take somebody, I'm like, this probably is not going to turn out well. Even if it does, it's not. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's the same attitude you had when Josh Smith started shooting free throws. It's like, even if he hits it, it's not necessarily a good thing. Like, if you hit that first one, it's like, oh, God. Get ready for 48 more minutes of this crap happening. But, you know, good luck to the Hawks tomorrow. We'll, they'll play tomorrow, and then, Wednesday we'll get back on to our recording situation, and we'll give you guys the outlook on if things look better or worse, or, try to be truthful with you guys and, give you what it is. In the final game, I made sure I took up all most of the time talking about the Hawks because that Grizzlies Warriors thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not gonna really get better. In case you were under a rock somewhere, the mixtape, human mixtape, Steph Curry won the NBA MVP. Actually,
MVP.
it leaked yesterday,
MVP.
and they're gonna announce it today before the game at home and give him the trophy. So yeah, that's gonna be what I call bad for the Grizzlies.
MVP. MVP.
Oh, I actually have some sound from that. As a matter of fact, I got him thanking his dad, man. Steph thanking old grizzled Dell Curry, and thanking him for his influence on his life.
I remember a lot of your career, and to be able to follow in your footsteps, it means a lot to me. This is special. I'm really proud of what you were able to do in your career, and I don't take that for granted at all. A lot of people thought I had it easy with Pops playing, in the NBA, but it was I'll get to that part down the road, but it was an interesting journey, and just who you are. You made it okay for me to have a family at my age when I started it, and to know that you take care of your business, you'll be all right. So thank you so much.
Good for him, man. Good for him shouting out Pops, man. I didn't hear the whole speech, but I'm sure some of you internet idiots be out there memeing something from it, to like the whole "you the real MVP." Yeah, something will come out of this one too, and I personally can't wait for the stupidity.
Well, I don't think he had a moment like that because I watched it.
Did you?
I didn't. Yeah, I don't think he had a moment like that.
Are you sure, dude? Because these people are very stupid, dog. They'll find something. Because, think about it. When you heard Kevin Durant say, "You the real MVP," you didn't think it would turn into this either, did you?
No, but I'm just saying,
people are idiots, dude. They'll find something, dude.
Once ESPN started highlighting that part, because he was crying, "You the real MVP," then yeah.
I can't wait for you dummies to find something, though, because I know you will, you idiots. Same way you got my boy Denzel at the fight looking all whack with the super overbite. Yeah. Idiots. But anyway, real quick, the whole Mike Conley thing, I talked about it last week when you were here. I was just like, what the hell, dude? I saw what happened to you, and I saw what happened to Russ. It looked pretty similar, dude. Russ was back in 2 days. They went ahead and patched him up out there in L.A., threw a mask on him. It's still like somebody's like whooping his ass every night, and he don't know what's happening. You know what I mean?
It looked like Mayweather and Pacquiao.
Right. Like every night it's happening to him, but he in a coma or something. He can't feel it until the morning. Wake up like, damn, my eye ain't healed yet. No, because someone is pummeling you at night, every night, and then not
he
making
looked
it
terrible
better.
up in that presence, up in the owner's spot. He looked terrible.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, man can come back, man, and make it a series, man. Because without him, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I got a new little perspective from the Mavericks, Rocket series, and someone wrote that it was so hard for the Mavericks to ever mount a comeback because of how many threes the Rockets shoot. And back to my whole theory of be able to shoot the damn three, because they were like, think about it, for every 2 possessions that the Rockets have, and they say they're shooting threes, it's gonna take the Mavericks 3 possessions of shooting 2s. And I was like, yep. There it is, and that's what we're seeing right now with Golden State and the Grizzlies. They getting 2s, but guess what? Golden State is getting 3s almost every time. They'd rather get a 3 than a 2 every time out the box. So if you think that's the magic formula, the Barkley formula to winning these playoff games, go right ahead. Because you saw what happened yesterday. Steph didn't even really get off at first. It was Draymond, of all people, shooting the 3 out the box. It was Draymond. It wasn't Steph. It wasn't Thompson. It wasn't Harrison Barnes. It was freaking Draymond Green. Yeah, you're in for a long series when that starts happening. Long series. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for hour number 1. While I'm sitting here playing the damn intro instead of the outro because I'm an idiot. All right. Yeah, we'll come back in hour number 2, and we'll talk about some of these draft picks, man. Some of these interesting things that happened in this past weekend's draft. Yeah, we'll do that next. I'm Big Mike, Rob Calloway. Spreaker.com is where we're being heard, and we're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live. See you guys.